do what you want.
I guess
It's
you
like
just can't
people don't
pest
own-
the fourth official. or stuff, can you?
People don't own mobile phones or...
Oh, right.
Are we live? Are we on?
We're back, guys.
We're back.
Sorry about that little technical problem.
Gremlins in the system.
Gremlins in the system. So, big half here for Manchester City. They need 2 goals to come back against Liverpool. If just see me clambering back in.
Anyway, the second half is kicked off with Pep Guardiola up in the stand. He's been sent off for his rant at the referee Lahoz, a Spanish referee who will know very well from his time in La Liga. That rant about the disallowed Leroy Sané goal, which we will discuss at greater length. Now, second half kicks off and we see Guardiola in the director's box alongside Khaldoon Mubarak and Ferran Soriano and Cheeky Begiristain and all the other high hitters.
The Man City bigwigs.
Yeah, he's up there with them.
Sulking now, I imagine.
Yeah.
But this team know what they're going to be doing. Plough forwards, try and get those 2 goals. Don't fall apart like they did against Man United.
And even if they score one, is the referee going to rule it out? Because they did have it, from what I can see. I don't know, maybe this is reminding me. Remember Harry Kane had his goal against Liverpool allowed earlier on this season because Lovren kicked it back, but it was perceived to be not an intentional. He didn't play the ball intentionally.
Not a deliberate pass.
Is that what they've done here? Because Milner's back pass in that instant wasn't a deliberate one. It's hit him in the knee and gone backwards.
Yeah.
So therefore the attacker is not perceived to have gained an advantage from that, so he's offside. Am I right?
Who knows what the referee disallowed it for? Whatever it was, Pep wasn't happy and has paid the price for that. Although,
Pep
as
was
we
not
said,
happy.
you know, how much difference does it actually make?
Well, it makes a
With him
difference
not being on the sideline and
he's not
I
on the
guess
sideline.
not being able to dictate exactly what he wants to substitutes or to instruct his coaches on what happens when.
Maybe they can put him on the phone to the subs.
Yeah.
Let's not forget about Roma Barca, which is also in the balance somewhat.
It's been a good game, that too.
It has. Roma
enjoyed 10 shots in the first half against Barcelona. Now, I can't remember too many teams this season having 10 shots in one half against
Can't
Barcelona.
be many teams that have had 10 shots in a whole game against Barcelona.
Yeah.
The way that they kind of completely monopolised the ball.
Yeah.
You know.
That was a decent chance as well there, flirting in at the back post. That had got over to Stegen.
Ter Stegen, I know they've just scored 1 goal, but Ter Stegen was bad for that goal, if you ask me. He was bad for that goal. But Barcelona still, they're not hanging on, but it's a little bit closer than they would want it to be.
They're comfortable, isn't it?
They're composed. They're not like falling apart at the seams or anything.
But they seem content not to do too much themselves going forward, which is not something you say about Barcelona very often.
No, not when you've got Messi in the team.
Playing it out the back unsuccessfully there. Meanwhile, City attacking away at the Etihad.
Not a man down, but a Guardiola down on the sideline. A Pep down. But I wonder, was he allowed into the dressing room at half time if he'd been sent off?
Don't know what the rules are there.
I don't know what the rules are. Sammy Lee, if you're watching.
Probably not. I have other things to do.
No. He's there with Neil as well. Neil Jones, Liverpool.
He is, yeah.
Follow those guys on Twitter and on Facebook.
Yeah.
Neil, our new Liverpool correspondent.
Doing a great job.
Yeah. Coutinho out, Nabikita in.
Yeah. He really enjoyed the match last week, funnily enough. Because he's a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
Still discussing this.
Well, they're saying that the deflection doesn't count as a through ball.
But he wasn't offside.
He was offside because you have to imagine the man on the line, which is Oxlade-Chamberlain, as the goalkeeper. So
he's
between those two.
Because Karius has
come
charging out.
Yeah. So maybe it's by the letter of the law. City are not shafted there.
Just the layman thinks so.
People don't know the rules.
A lot of people supporting Roma. Ufa Dembele says go Roma.
Dembele, in fact, is not playing.
No.
We have someone called Juan Ronaldo.
So Dembele and Ronaldo are both watching this game.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dembele is not playing, but he's the type of player who can make a difference in a match like this. Carry the ball up. Yeah, he's up on the bench. Carry the ball upfield.
He scored against Chelsea, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Did well in that game.
Beautiful Messi assist. He's a good player, Messi.
He is. Who'd have thought?
Yeah.
Dembele's French, isn't he?
Yes.
So we might see him in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Plenty of
Squeaking that
options.
squad. Oh yeah.
Plenty of options up front, that French team.
Mbappe, Dembele.
Yeah, I always look at France though and think they're
Giroud.
going to blow it somehow. Giroud, yeah,
Giroud.
he'll start all those
Still
options.
playing through the middle.
No Benzema.
No, Benzema. They don't like Benzema. Well, Deschamps doesn't like him anyway.
No. Doesn't get it. So we'll just have to stick to Giroud.
Griezmann will be playing.
Oh yeah, you think so? Yeah, he was the star for the Euro 2016.
Ex-Newcastle star Mohamed Sissoko could be in there as well.
Who's this? Yeah.
Moussa Sissoko. Sorry, Mohamed was the one who played. He played for Liverpool. Moussa Sissoko.
Yeah,
played for
too many
Liverpool.
Sissokas. There's always
Yeah.
Sissokas now. Yeah, he earned himself that 35 million move on the back of
2 good games.
in the
Euros,
Euros,
yeah.
which I loved because he was so bad that season for Newcastle.
Wijnaldum as well went that summer.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
We cashed in on those two.
Anyway, the people are not here to hear about Newcastle, unless they're hearing about
Another
Rafa
live,
Benitez,
maybe.
who won the Champions League
Yeah.
for Liverpool in 2005, and here they are, 13 years later, looking to do it again.
Yeah.
With obviously a full new generation of players, the likes of Mo Salah, Roberto Firmino, and Sadio Mane, who were mere boys,
They were.
mere boys,
No legs.
when Liverpool won the Champions League last time.
I've got a nice little stat here about that actually. So Liverpool are unbeaten in their last 5 Champions League away games. They're obviously at the moment they're not going to necessarily stay unbeaten, but if they score, then the last time they went 6th without defeat on the road was March to December 2005, during which time they won the Champions League trophy. Omens are good.
Omens are certainly good, yeah. Although again, you talk about Man United getting lucky at the weekend against City. Liverpool were unbelievably lucky to win that Champions League.
Yeah.
I know a lot of Liverpool fan likes to analyse it, but you're talking about 6 minutes of the most inept play from AC Milan you've ever seen in your life.
That
Just
makes
a
difference.
shambles.
Yeah. That's all it takes though.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we saw that with Juve Spurs in the last 16 when Spurs were by far the better side over.
Quick fire stuff. A goal and assist from Big Fat Gonzalo Higuain.
You say that as a
Poor
Higuain fan.
Gonzalo.
Let's add that
I
as
love
a
Higuain.
little addendum.
Yeah.
Poor Gonzalo.
He's not. No, he's just big bones.
He's
I
vilified.
knew you were going to say that. I
He
knew
is.
you were going to
He
say
is
that.
though, he is.
He
He's
is.
got pace, he's not like he's
You know, he
lumbering
takes
around.
his top off. He's not actually fat. He doesn't look fat with his
He
top
reminds
off.
me of a kid I went to school with, who was just the fastest person I've ever met, but he looks fat.
Yeah, and it's from behind Higuain. He looks fat from behind. He just for some reason.
It's the bones. It's the bones.
It didn't help that, in his first game he played for Juve, he was actually fat. He played against West Ham. And people were going, did they just pay 94 million for this guy? He was fat.
I remember that.
94 million. I forgot it was quite that much.
It was the
Yeah.
Pogba money, wasn't
It
it?
was a lot. Of cash,
94 million, 94 kilos.
Liverpool already enjoying a bit more of the ball.
Yeah, they are. Yeah,
Concerning for Manchester City, given that they've still got to find 2 goals from
City
somewhere.
have been deflated a little bit. I don't know. Maybe
Maybe that
psychologically
half-time.
they feel hard done by again. It's not happening
Yeah.
for them.
Chris Wheatley's joined. Hi Chris, our Arsenal correspondent.
Chris.
He's watching us. He's at the top there. How you doing, Chris?
Hey, Chris.
He's going to be out in Moscow this week.
Yeah, you should be in Moscow, no?
Maybe he's
Tuning
waiting.
in.
Get your ass to Moscow.
They're looking comfortable in that tie, aren't they?
Yeah, they played really well. Yeah, but then again, I mean, Chris Wheatley's a young man as well. He probably wasn't born when Akinfeev, Berezutski, and Ignashevich started playing together for CSKA Moscow. I could not believe my eyes that they were playing for CSKA Moscow last week.
Yeah, it's impressive, isn't it?
And literally, every time I've seen CSKA Moscow play for the last 15 years, they've been playing at the back line. I couldn't believe it.
Incredible consistency.
But yeah, consistently average for 20 years. I just couldn't believe it.
Berezutski still makes the Russia squad, doesn't he? Or he was
One of
in
them
the
does,
Euros.
yeah. I think it's a Vasily who's the centre back.
Is it? Right.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. Anyway, Chris will enjoy his few days in Moscow, no doubt.
Oh, here's a chance here for
Yeah.
Salah. Feeding Mane.
Oh,
Great
he's
touch.
almost
Gone past him. Oh,
Is he going to get a free kick at least?
Oh, Salah.
Oh, what a finish.
It's
And he's
What a
Liverpool's
finish.
goal!
Surely that's it now.
There it is.
Mohamed
surely.
Salah, you are a hero.
What a finish. Beautiful dink. Mane did so well to get through there, by the way.
Yeah.
Broke through the City, a really tight City defence. 3 players. Wiggled through.
Which means that Man City, that means there cannot be extra time, and Manchester City needs to score 4 times in the next 40 minutes. Or else they're out of Europe.
And somebody has let off a flare. A blue flare.
Nice bright, yeah, not a great time for it.
No.
And just as we say that, Barcelona have conceded a penalty kick to Edin Dzeko.
Wow.
Gerard Piqué just could not get to grips with the big Bosnian Dzeko in the box.
All the
He's
action.
dragged him down.
He's pulled him by his arm. It's a penalty for sure.
And maybe his mind is on his little Davis Cup reboot because he's not concentrating on his defending there. And Eden Dzeko has taken a penalty from him.
Barcelona are in trouble here, aren't they?
I couldn't believe those odds earlier. 50 to 1 on.
Who's going to take the pen?
Yeah, Roma were 18 to 1
Dzeko,
to
surely.
qualify.
Daniele De Rossi is going to take the pen. Can he make up for his shambolic own goal last week? Maybe he should slide at it like he scored his own goal last week.
It's a massive moment here for De Rossi.
He's going to miss. He is going to miss, and I say that as an avowed Daniele De Rossi fan.
I love De Rossi.
He's going to miss.
Nah, he's scoring.
He's going to miss.
He's scoring.
Let's see.
He's taking his sweet time.
Scored a
This is a
penalty in the
long
World
run.
Cup final.
Oh!
He's put it away,
Good
which
penalty.
means Roma are now within 1 goal of knocking Barcelona out of the Champions
Incredible,
League.
yeah.
They're 4 to 1 to
Wow.
qualify Roma now, so
4-3 on
bookies
aggregate.
are still not quite believing, but they're certainly looking much the better team, aren't
Yeah,
they?
Barca haven't had a sniff.
No.
There's 2 sky-high Messi free kicks aside.
And what a minute of action we've had in the Champions League. What a minute of action we had in the Champions League.
Brilliant.
Finally, Liverpool's front three, who were so starved of service in the first half, who also just weren't doing enough to make the play in the first half, they combine, get a little bit of luck from the save from Ederson, and then Mohamed Salah, the calmest man inside the Etihad, to find that kind of finish. Absolutely beautiful goal from Mohamed Salah. And even if he is 60% fit,
Yeah.
how
That's
well
all
is
you
he?
need.
That's all you
Yeah,
need.
that's-
Take
yeah.
him off now, that's enough, because
Yeah.
they ain't going to score another 4.
The plowing forwards here, they're
To be
Liverpool.
fair, Liverpool are shot well wide from Wijnaldum, I think, there, yeah.
Chris was saying that his flight's tomorrow morning, by the way.
He
It got overshadowed somewhat by those 2 goals.
Yeah, yeah.
Game on, so
Don't
Roma,
miss your flight, Chris.
Roma Barca might take up a bit more of our attention now then.
I
because
think
this-
they'll, yeah, this is in the
Yeah,
balance now,
we've
isn't
got,
it?
we've got City need 4 goals in a half an hour.
And, well no, we're not saying it's impossible. Crazier things have happened.
Yeah, especially if let's say Mane gets sent off or Alexander Arnold gets sent
There
off.
are-
in
yeah.
10 minutes.
All Firmino.
There are enough Liverpool players on bookings, aren't there, to
Yeah.
potentially swing it back
Yeah.
the other way.
But Liverpool just have to bide their time now. Frustrate City, keep the ball.
They've got exactly what they came for. Now, the first half was a disaster for Liverpool. They're 1-0 down, they're getting played off the field. They were a goal down within a minute. Mistakes apparent early on. But if you said to if you said to Jurgen Klopp before this game, half an hour to play, it's 1-1.
Oh,
Do you want it?
Great ball
big
as
Liverpool
well.
chance again.
Firmino now.
What do you take?
Just
Yeah,
can't.
100%. And I don't even think that first half was really a disaster. They should have and could have come away with more goals.
There should have been
conceded.
2 down, yeah.
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 Just touching on the Roma thing, Roma are 5-2 to score the next goal in that game. So if you fancy they go on and score again, then you know it's a decent old price. The
It's a good
bookmakers
price.
are refusing
in
to
this
believe.
kind In this kind of game, the sting in the tail is always the away goal.
Yeah.
So Roma would say that, look, we're going to need another 2 because that will protect them and put them into extra time at least.
Yeah.
It's,
If
Yeah.
we might finally see Barca turn up the screws though, because they need to
They're
score.
gonna, yeah.
Barca need to do
I wouldn't
something.
fancy their chances, given how much Roma have created, of keeping Roma out for another half an hour, which is essentially what they're going to
Yeah.
need to do.
It'll be an enormous upset if they
Yeah,
do not
huge,
Barca.
absolutely huge.
I would have pinpointed them as potentially the favourites.
They were joint favourites this morning with Real Madrid because of the commanding position both teams are in. The bookies had all but written off both Juve and Roma from
Yeah.
a qualification
Yeah.
point of view,
Yeah.
and priced that into the market.
It'll kill my dreams of a Clasico final though, which
Oh.
one day,
One
I'd
day,
love
yeah.
a Messi Ronaldo Champions League final.
It's just
Before
unbelievable
they
it's
go
never
there,
happened.
I know.
It is,
Especially in this era
Yeah.
of these 2 top teams.
Even Bayern, who are always thereabouts, they've never been in the final against either of these 2 either. Have they?
Really?
Real Madrid or Barcelona.
Wow, I didn't
In the
know
Champions
that.
League era, have they?
You're probably right, but that's incredible.
played Dortmund didn't they, at Wembley and
Yeah, and then they
won
played
final.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Then they played
United,
Man United, yeah.
Yeah.
incredible.
Which is incredible because they're there in the semi-finals every year, seemingly.
Yeah,
Bayern,
same
Barca,
3 teams, yeah.
Yeah.
Just somehow avoiding each other. Atletico somehow sneaking through those 2 years, and not somehow, they were a good team.
Yeah,
They are.
yeah. Well, you know, knockout football over 2 legs, you get the away goal as Diego Simeone proved. You can have.
Masters of defence, aren't
That's
they,
it,
as well? Speaking of Atletico, Arsenal probably going to have to go through them in the Europa League.
Yeah,
if they're going to.
it's probably the one big complication for Arsenal in the Europa League.
Yeah.
Probably the one big complication.
You'd have to say Atleti are a team above, a class above anybody else left in that competition,
Yeah,
aren't they? Given
in terms of organisation and individual talent. Yeah.
and what they've done on the European stage in the last few years, you know, beaten finalists twice, come very, very close to winning it.
Yeah, they were
didn't
within.
they, before the Sergio Ramos last minute equaliser to take it to extra time.
And a penalty shootout the year
Yeah.
after, or 2 years after.
Griezmann missed that penalty, didn't he?
Did.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
In normal time. Felt for them there, cheers.
Liverpool looking.
Liverpool, Man City are playing as if this game is, as if they've given up. Yeah,
The
game's
life's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not pushing on or pressing quite how we would expect, needing 4 goals as they do now.
Justifiably deflated.
Yeah.
Got some comments coming here. We have one from Vegasby saying, "Wonder if Pep will refer to Liverpool as the Mo Salah team in his post-match press conference."
Certainly.
He might be eating some
Plenty to
humble
stop
pie
them.
if it turns out to be that rule is right and the goal disallowed was the right decision, based on his very.
Well, based on the rules, it's been disallowed correctly. Because Milner did not deliberately play that ball backwards.
It certainly looked like it deflated them though. They just haven't really got going second half, and Liverpool have played on that a little bit.
Yeah.
Come out and got the goal they need.
They closed off. I mean, obviously they had that. They got very lucky towards the end of the first half, but they played a lot better in the last sort of 5-10 minutes of the first half. As Lionel Messi gets a booking for a nasty little trip on Alexander Kolarov.
Formerly of Man City.
Messi fans who think that San Leo can do no wrong. Well, there you go. He's not a happy boy at the minute.
Certainly.
Not getting a lot of ball.
Not having a single chance I can remember.
No, looking very frustrated out there at the minute.
Man
City with the corner.
Yeah. Sane's going to swing it in.
They still need 4 goals.
Oh, that's terrible.
Which was always the knife edge City were going to be on tonight, no matter how well they were playing. The sting in the tail was always going to be if Liverpool got a goal.
That's a good ball, but
Because it all but makes it impossible. Unless you're Paris Saint-Germain and you crumble like
A crumbly thing.
papier-mâché. Does papier-mâché crumble?
like a digestive in it.
I wanted
In
to
a
say
tea.
something French. Or Qatari.
Sorry, good luck.
Like a sandcastle. They stand in Qatar, don't they?
They do, yeah. That's good. That's good insight.
Because obviously not a French team these days, Paris Saint-Germain, a Qatari team.
They are, yeah,
That's right.
very much so. With Al Khalifi. You seen the rumours with Tuchel?
Yes, it looks like he's going to go there, doesn't it?
Yeah. With Emery on his way out. Not what you'd really want ahead of this sort of talk ahead of the champion.
I'm surprised Nasser Al Khelaifi doesn't just make Neymar the manager now. Let him do what he wants.
I bet that in the PSG HQ this week, Emery's looks even more like an emo goth than usual. A miserable emo goth.
Definitely the
hiding
biggest
in the
goth.
shadows.
Did we say he was the biggest goth manager the last time we were here?
I think we did. I think PSG are the goth team. That's where we agreed.
Yeah,
With
they've got
Draxler,
Rabiot.
Cavani.
No, Draxler, his name is like a goth's name. Like
but-
Draxler is a real goth name.
I think if he grew his hair out, he would look. I think he looks kind of like Dracula as it is. You know, he looks
Rabiot
like,
is a big goth.
Rabiot is a big goth.
Black gloves.
Cavani.
Cavani, big goth, yeah.
Oh, Liverpool on the attack again here.
Yeah.
Got the ball in the City area. Trying to find a goal that would absolutely kill the game off.
Firmino buried it in the corner now.
Yeah.
Finally, it looks like they're going to bring Sergio Aguero on. Now, interesting situation here for Roma. I mean, if they do get this other goal, they still have, 35 minutes to do so.
And
25 minutes to do so.
Van Dijk's been yellow carded for toppling Raheem Sterling.
So if they do get this other goal,
Yeah.
what do they do?
Roma.
Stick
Yeah.
and twist.
Oh, you stick, I think.
Yeah, you have to.
You have to
Because,
just sit
because
back and hope.
Barca
that-
are going to plough forward because that's all they can do. But we'll see. We'll see if they can score. They've got 25 minutes to do it.
And Liverpool have 25 minutes to avoid conceding 4 goals.
They do. I'd say it's looking as the
That is very
minutes
unlikely.
wear on. Yeah. What's Man City to qualify? Do we have those odds knocking around?
We do.
It's getting dug out. Aguero's off to Silva. David Silva, that is. Who hasn't had the greatest games, to be honest.
Influential in the first half, some nice through passes, but like I said, I think there's one playmaker too many there tonight. Plus, now they need to go for it.
I take it back. We don't have those odds because I think the bookies are seeing it as
Just
that
giving
much
up.
of a foregone conclusion now. 4 goals in
25
25 minutes. Plus a little bit of injury time.
So the bookies have written off. Any of you guys watching, do you still think City can do it?
Are we going to have a PSG Barcelona style remontada
Yeah.
in this game?
Muller says, who scored for Liverpool? Salah, of course.
Who else?
Who else? He scored in both legs. He's been their star of their season.
He's
and
not
they've had a
even
lot
fit.
of stars actually. And he's not
Yeah.
even fit, exactly. Yeah. You can imagine he could be rested at the weekend.
What a good ball.
Aguero with his first meaningful touch. Oh,
Bournemouth at the weekend. That's what it's got. And then the back for the semi-finals of the Champions League, which Liverpool will be drawn in that, as long as Man City don't score those 4 on Friday.
Yeah.
And
Barca's still hanging on. They look like they're going to be in there.
Barca at this rate, unless Roma score again, will be in that draw.
I tell you what, I've been so
Roma
disappointed
are.
with Barcelona tonight. I've never seen them be dominated like this
No.
in a European game for a long time.
Certainly not this season.
And it's a good chance from Raja Nainggolan there as well. A really good chance.
He got a bit more of a connection on it. Could have buried that away. A lot of kudos to Roma. They've really dominated them.
Yeah,
they've been as good as Barcelona have bad, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah, this isn't just Barca playing poor.
No,
this
it's
is them creating a lot of
Barcelona playing
chances.
very, very well.
Finishing those chances.
it's a good ball from De Rossi as well.
Just finding
As we
so much
switch
space.
our focus now.
Yeah, focus has very much switched to the Roma match.
Another corner.
Newer says that Mo Salah is the best. Abdallah says Mo Salah as well. A lot of Salah lovers right now watching it. Shazor says, but Roma are playing very well. Lol. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Roma playing well. Barcelona fans must be tearing their hair out.
Yeah.
Well, if they're like me, they haven't got hair to tear out. I'm not even a Barcelona fan.
Sean is
But I tear up little bits of paper.
Sean AFC has a bit of a controversial comment. He says Kevin De Bruyne is the most overrated player of the Premier League era.
Wow.
I would disagree with that.
He is.
That's the most overrated comment I've ever heard.
He's in a 2-man race with Mo Salah for the PFA
No, he's been great.
Player
But,
of the Year award.
but I mean, if City end up winning the League Cup and the league, I mean, it's been a great season for them.
Yeah.
But because it's built to this point, it might feel a little bit underwhelming.
Recency bias.
It always
Salah
does, doesn't it?
finishes well if Liverpool go well in the Champions League. Obviously, are going really well in the Champions League, but go all the way to the final.
Ooh, De Rossi, almost.
They're throwing everything at it. They've got 22 minutes to go. De Rossi, who scored a penalty. Oh my god, that was close.
Very close. And,
Header at the back post. Really could have gone in there.
Jordi Alba, of course, looking for the foul when there was none.
Roma 3-1 to score the next goal.
Took a little arm outstretched.
Can't
there.
help himself.
It
He
was
just
beautiful.
can't help himself.
Roma
like a
keep
swan.
pushing forward, don't they? Keep pushing forward. Relentless.
Yeah, Roma doing really well.
Yeah.
So what have Liverpool got left in the tank? They've all but put this game to bed.
Yeah. Man City don't look that fussed now. They're just kind of content to play the ball about, and they don't look too urgent.
The impetus is gone. It's
Yeah.
just gone. The game is done, I think, that one. There's
Kind of breathless start.
20 minutes of just seeing it out for everyone.
Their manager didn't help really, did he? Losing his
No.
head.
No?
You'd expect better, wouldn't you? I mean,
You would, because you're still very much on top at that stage.
Yeah.
De Bruyne.
You've got to take the
Beautiful play.
bigger view of things, surely. It's not
Beautiful.
it's all very well telling his players not to go and harangue the referee, but then to do it in such a way that gets himself sent off.
Yeah,
It's
crazy.
not a good example to set, I guess, is it?
And they probably won't win the league at the weekend, will they?
They
They
can't
can't
win the
now.
league
They
at
need
the
2
weekend.
wins because of the Manchester United 6-point swing as they're the closest team. So
Ah,
they're
right.
going
Can't
to need
win
at
this
least,
weekend.
well,
Well, if
depending
they
on
lose
the
to West
United
Brom,
results.
which is very likely.
It's Laporte had. Lovren's made some important interceptions with his head this game already.
That's a good
Yeah.
block,
That's 2 blocks. One that
throw
came
your
off the
noggin in the
post and
And Roma are going to bring on their wild card.
Singers under.
Yeah, they're bringing on Cengiz Under, who they signed at the start of this season. Very promising young player who's already made an impact in Champions League and in Serie A. They're a replacement for Mo Salah in many ways.
Yeah. They do really well at replacing the stars that sell, don't they? I know we've had a bit of a poke at Roma in the past.
For selling players.
They were selling club. They
love
love their sales. But they do well at replacing them. You know, every summer there's a big player that's selling out.
Good scouting system in place, yeah.
Rudiger they lost last summer as well, and before that, a couple of seasons ago, it was Marquinhos.
Rudiger, Marquinhos, Manolas has stayed around. Romagnoli was another one that they lost, and that's just from the defence. Emerson Palmieri, of course, is gone now. Yeah, I know they've got Monchi in there, who will certainly help in the turnover of players. But you know, they should be looking to compete for Serie A now. Not this season, obviously, but they should be moving themselves into that bracket. The manager Di Francesco's done really well this year. Well, he's been inconsistent this year, but when they've been good, they've been really good.
Like now.
You think with a little bit of consistency, teams like Napoli and Roma could push Juve a lot closer next year. Well, because I do expect. I mean, 4-point gap. They're going to win the league again, aren't they?
Yeah. It's not going to be
Napoli
like
can beat them. I think they've got them a week on Sunday, so it seems pretty crucial.
Juve just have that incredible habit of just forcing through, don't they?
So Barcelona fans, you're watching this. Well, you type your comment to us. Tell us what's going on.
Malinga's just
What's
said
happening here?
Barca ain't playing the usual game, which is very true. Definitely not.
They probably thought it was such a foregone conclusion they can come there and any result in 90 minutes and they're getting out there with a place assured. So let's save some energy. And
Aymar says, come on Barca, I'm watching live from Monrovia, Liberia in West Africa. Good for you. Not enjoying it, I imagine.
No.
Aymar is a great
difficult
name.
watch wherever
This
you
is
are.
one of those ones where you go to bed and if you're a Barca fan, maybe just
I'd be
come
nervous.
back in half an hour.
Yeah, walk the dog.
I think I could do that a bit more. I don't think I could lie in bed and just... I don't think that'd take my mind off it. Walking a dog would help though. I could probably do that.
Yeah.
Is that what you do with Ireland?
I don't watch Ireland anymore.
Do you not?
No.
Put you through the ringer too many times.
Well, they have, yeah. Tell them change the president. I'm not going to watch.
Oh,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
protest.
The protest, yeah.
Roma have got 17 minutes now exactly until they get knocked out unless they score one more goal. They are in the ascendancy, got a goal in both halves.
But if Barcelona get one goal and they have got so much quality, and
Suarez now on the ball, 18 yards from goal, straight out.
Messi, you got them mixed up.
Brazil's numero uno.
Yeah. Alisson Becker, Brazil's numero uno, and Brazil's number 2, Ederson, playing her in the other match.
What goalkeeping quality they've got.
Yeah, that's
Brilliant, yeah. Great depth. And 10-year depth as well, because
Yeah,
Becker, I think, is 26 maybe, and Ederson's 24.
assuming they don't go off the killer. Checo now on the attack. Shing's under, just come off. Our focus, as I'm sure you've realised, has turned to Roma Barca with the meaninglessness
the game is essentially over
of
as a contest.
Man
isn't
City
it?
Liverpool.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's over as a
Qualification
contest.
point of view.
Guardiola's in the stands, reading the programme.
He is. Checking what's on TV when he gets back tonight.
And Bernardo Silva is going to be replaced. He's coming off, and Ilkay Gundogan, who's been a bit of a fall guy for Man City lately, even though he's scoring goals and stuff. But
He did well against Man United, well, certainly the
But
first half.
they've been held scoreless against Wigan, Wolves, Crystal Palace and Liverpool this season, and he was the only player to start off for them.
Yeah, okay.
Got a lot of flack for the first leg, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
The Pep set them up. He was the kind of, as you said, the fall guy for that change.
Yeah. Well, I think he's in an awkward position. Hang on, we've got a controversial incident here with Luis Suarez in the other game.
He's just pushing him. He's just gone down. So he's
He's trying to get one Jesus sent off.
Oh,
I mean,
there's contact with the face, isn't there?
I
But
just think he's stretching out his arm as you normally would. I mean, well, it's very soft, but he did go push his arm in his face.
Juan Jesus has had he's put his arm across his face, and obviously Luis Suarez needs more encouragement to try and get somebody sent off.
Got a few points to answer here from you guys. Keep your comments coming in. We love to hear from you. Amber says, if Roma scores a third goal, what happens?
Roma go through.
Roma go through. No
That's
extra
with
time.
a goal unanswered by Barcelona.
yeah.
Mohammed says, can we watch this game? You can't watch
You
this
can.
game.
You can watch it anywhere you want.
We're your second screen experience. We also had one from Edward who says, first time watching commentary such as this, and it's brilliant. I'm from Malaysia. It's 4 a.m. now.
That's
Hello,
commitment to the
Edward.
cause, isn't
That's
it?
great, yeah.
Watching
That
it from
is commitment to
Malaysia.
the cause.
We love our global viewers. Let us know where you're watching it from. We always like to hear from you.
We've had Liberia and Malaysia now.
We have.
Yeah.
I saw some South Africa there as well. Botswana. It's a global show.
It is a global show, yeah.
Let us know what you think, whether you think that Roma can come back into this. I think we're just seeing, is that Al-Sharawi on the
Yeah,
sidelines?
Roma are preparing more excitement, more electricity up
Yeah.
front as they bring it on SES.
Yes.
Stefan El-Shawari.
He's been lurking around Serie A for a while now.
He has, yeah. The most promising 26-year-old in Serie A.
They can all play to their 45 in Serie A, can't they? He's got plenty of time.
Yeah, up and coming young player. He's a good player, El-Shawari.
Sane.
Inconsistent, but good.
Yeah.
Oh.
See with a sack that comes
Still,
from it.
14 minutes to go in that game.
Aguero struggled to get into any prominence in this match since he's
Yeah,
come off the
he
bench.
had one toe poke as soon as he came off the bench, won a corner, but since then, not much happening.
They haven't created a whole lot, City, second half of they.
No,
They
2
just-
shots on target in the first half.
Yeah. To be fair, they haven't created a huge amount of clear-cut chances in the whole game, but
They went off like a rocket, though,
they
really,
did.
didn't they?
Yeah.
Isabel says, a girl can dream. Think of Roma. We did ask if you reckon Roma can do this and beat Barca.
They're not that far away.
Yeah, they got
And I
30
really
minutes.
feel sorry for them that the fact that they lost 4-1 last week.
They're
Oh,
Oh, Liverpool! They're
End
going
of
to
that
win!
tie.
Firmino has
Oh, they beat. They're
finished it.
gonna- This continues that unbeaten streak away from home.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
This is,
Oh,
Pep's got his head in his hands in the stands.
He's got his bald head in his hands.
Otamendi
I can
is-
say it because I'm bald. I'm allowed.
Otamendi culpable, I think, for this, by the looks of his ashen-faced expression.
Yeah. Kyle
Which
Walker,
means
they're all
that
got ashen faces.
Man
They
City
have
now
now.
need another 5 goals.
Good luck, guys. I think it might be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the craziest one I can ever remember was
What's
in
he
that.
doing?
Otamendi's
Oh,
given the ball. Oh, it's not. Liverpool have not even had to work for that goal.
No.
It's-
He's basically
it's-
played the ball straight to Firmino.
And what a
Clean
beautiful
through.
finish.
It's just like that goal of the weekend where the Brighton player, was it? Gifted it straight to the Huddersfield.
Yeah.
What a
Just-
great finish.
And he's just placed
Buried it. Bottom
right
corner.
past Edison, in off the
Kisses the
post.
post.
End of that tie. It was
Perfect.
already ended, but
But there we go.
the nail in that coffin.
What a
Dreamland.
statement from Liverpool.
Yeah.
Not only to put Man City out, when many people other than me thought that they were going to go out themselves,
Hey, I thought against them.
but also the fact that they're going to beat them in 2 legs.
Yeah.
I think
Look at those
Barcelona are no guarantees to be in the semi-final lineup here. If Roma get another goal, this
Last-
is an extremely open tournament.
Last 3 or
for
4 minutes,
those two teams.
Messi and Barcelona have managed to get the team. They've got them further up the field at least. So
They've
they're in
got
the
more
final
possession.
third, and they look a little bit more like Barcelona, like the usual Barcelona in the last few
Trying
minutes.
to control the play a bit more. At least deny Roma the ball. If you're not going to try and go out and score
Yeah.
another one, then at least stop the supply, because they haven't done that.
But
all day.
they will be criticised heavily for this performance.
Absolutely, and rightly so.
All the Liverpool fans are coming out and celebrating as they rightly
Yeah.
deserve to do. It's been an incredible 2 legs for them against Man City, where you would argue they are the underdogs. Caffrey says, yes, Liverpool, never walk alone. We've got Come On Liverpool from Rahman.
What a save from Ter Stegen!
Wow.
That is huge.
That is a match-winning save, potentially, right there.
That could be the save that keeps
That could be the
Barcelona in the
moment,
Champions
He
League.
let them down in the first goal, but
He did. He's redeemed himself somewhat there.
Is that the 2 substitutes combining for that chance? I think El Shawari
Sings
The
combining.
far post, and he just
Cengiz Under. As
clawed
Liverpool,
it off the line.
as Liverpool prepare to introduce Ranier Klavan.
securing that back line.
Will he be this year's Jimmy Traore? You know, like, can you believe Klavan's got a Champions League?
It'll be Dominic Solanke, I think. That everyone
Oh.
Yeah.
Remember when Dominic Solanke won
Won the Champions
yeah.
League.
No, neither can I.
He scored a penalty in the penalty shootout final.
Yeah. Winning penalty.
Yeah.
Or Ings.
It'll define his... Oh my
Pub
god.
quiz question for the ages.
Amazing.
But
So-
they're in there. They're in the Champions League semi-final, and it's,
Do you know why? Because look at it. We're going to look back on this save here again. What
Oh,
a save that
that's
is!
what a
Great
shot
stuff.
and what a save. Who got?
Point blank range, wasn't it?
Was it El Shawari that got the touch?
It was El Shawari, number 92 for Roma. El Shawari.
Outside of his boot, on
Yeah.
the stretch, brilliant to turn that towards goal.
He
Great.
generated a lot of power onto
He
the ball.
did, yeah.
It's a
Saved
brilliant
that.
save.
We're
from Ter
wrong-footed,
Stegen.
a lot of goalkeepers. He's going the other way.
A brilliant save from Ter Stegen.
Fell into his goal afterwards. Deserves all plaudits for that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Larry says, Roma, you can do it. And Habibu says, Roma need 1 goal to qualify. They do.
A lot of neutrals / Real Madrid fans.
They're gonna.
I've seen some Man United fans on here, actually. A few people having a pop at Man City for no longer being the noisy neighbours. But
But then it's
They did get
but
to
you
the
support
quarterfinals.
Liverpool then. You know.
Yeah, that's a lose-lose
If
situation.
I'm a Man
for
United
Manchester
fan, I'm logging off.
Yeah.
just pretend tonight
You're pretending it
isn't
doesn't happen.
The
Yeah.
Champions League's done for the year. like.
Yeah. Forget about it.
Isabel says, Real Madrid v Liverpool. You know what I'd like to see? A Liverpool-Barcelona semi. That's what I want. I'd like to see those two tactics.
Styles
against
make
each other.
fights.
I don't really want to see a Real Madrid-Liverpool one. I mean, maybe as a final that'd be good.
Do you know-
Sane with a consolation goal.
And they've got to go. Are they offside
Good
again?
offside.
Oh, dear. No goal for you.
That's 2 disallowed goals now on the night for Manchester
The two
City.
Germans combining on the left-hand side. Gundogan, that's a really nice piece of play. Oh, Sané's offside, not Gundogan.
Marginally, yeah. Just squares it across, but it doesn't count. Roma are chance inside the Barcelona half here. They're just
So disappointing from Barcelona. As I said, they're going to get a lot of criticism for this. From the poison pen of Ben Hayward, I'm guessing. It's going to be one area where they're going to be criticised.
PK's just headed it clear. Very much up against it here.
They are not playing well.
If Roma make it, that's amazing, says Altnor. It is. It really is.
there's a Roma corner coming in here, and Barcelona just can't get out, which is not something we're used to saying.
Here we go. Who's got this corner here? Is that Singer's under?
Swings it in.
Oh,
It's a goal!
Roma have got now 8 minutes to hang on, and they go through because Kostas Manolas has nodded in Cengiz Under's corner.
Look at their celebrations. They're WWE celebrations.
That is straight off the training ground as well. Near post delivery. Flick the header on. Wild scenes in the stands. Collar off. He's loving life. Now then.
Absolutely amazing stuff. We're in disbelief here. Roma, AS Roma, 4-1 was such a harsh result on them last week. They were saying it all week, that wasn't us. We deserve much more than 4-1. And look at them now, they're 3-0 up on Barcelona, who, unless they can come up with a goal in the last 8 minutes, are heading out in the Champions League at the quarter-final stage. Absolutely amazing stuff from Kostas Manolas.
Yeah.
And Barcelona, do they pay the price for not putting a man on that far post? Because if Jordi Alba is standing there, even at 5'5", he's knocking that away.
Yeah.
Incredible stuff at the Stadio Olimpico, where they have 7 minutes to hold on now. Is that difference? Going mental.
They're really acquitting themselves well tonight, but at the same time, Barcelona, an absolute suicidal game plan from Barcelona tonight. What are they thinking? They're so far clear in La Liga.
Yeah. There's no other priorities, is there?
All they had to do tonight was show up. All they had to do tonight was show up, and they haven't showed up.
Messi, remember, has only scored twice in Italy in 9 games. So
7 minutes
he
plus
really has
time,
that.
yeah.
And he's been the invisible man tonight. And I'm not saying that to troll Messi, but he's got a booking because he couldn't get enough ball and he got frustrated. He's wearing the armband now for the last few minutes because Iniesta's on the bench. And Barcelona need a miracle.
And it's Roma on the attack. It's not Barcelona on the attack here.
Barcelona are 11-4 to score the next goal, which of course would put them through. But
And you look at those odds earlier, 50-1 on of Barcelona not to go through.
Roma were 18-1 to qualify at 1-0 up.
Barcelona, who remontaded PSG last year, are getting absolutely remontaded themselves here by Roma.
No one believed in them, and they're
Look at
looking
Cengiz
more likely
Under
to
tearing
score
him.
again.
What a difference Cengiz Under has
Brilliant
made since coming on.
substitution, He fired in that corner as well. That
What a
Manolas scored
comeback.
from.
So now we've got just over 5 minutes for Roma to hang on. Well, are they hanging on? Or what should they do?
Well,
He's
I
going
think
forward.
the longer this goes towards that 9 minutes, the more we're going to see them drop
Double
back a little bit.
substitution for Barcelona.
I mean, Dembele's been thrown on, but where was this 20 minutes ago?
Where's the positivity?
Yeah.
Why did you wait until the?
Nelson Semedo's the man going off. And Dembele coming on. And I thought they were preparing another substitution on the
think there
sideline.
was
It looked like they were, yeah.
Who are they going to throw on? Paco Alcácer?
Dennis
We were-
Suarez or Paco?
We were talking about a comeback in one of these games tonight. We were just looking in the wrong place, weren't we? We shouldn't have been looking at the Etihad. We should have been turning the
Well,
attention
the
to
reason
Rome.
why is because it's Barcelona. They've
Yeah.
such good game management and tournament management at this stage of the Champions League that you just thought, you know what, that's fine. That's going to take care of itself. They're going to go there and do what they need to do.
Yeah.
Instead, they've given Roma encouragement after encouragement all night long. And Roma have picked up the initiative and gone with it.
Roma have never ever got a Champions League semi-final. Not since it's changed in the early 90s. I think they got one European Cup semi-final before that.
But Barcelona will throw a lot forward now. And, you know, the 85 minutes are past.
They just
But for whatever else happens here, this has been a shambles of performance
Yes.
from Barcelona.
has.
As Messi tries to buy a free kick.
Ball whips in across.
Ooh,
Cleared
close.
over the bar from a Roma defender there. So Barcelona are going to have a corner.
And just in the other game, Danny Ings is about to come on as for a substitute appearance before he goes and plays in a Champions League semi-final.
Who'd have thought that?
Danny
When he
Ings,
was
Dom
scoring goals for
Solanke.
Burnley.
Corner here for Barcelona. Guys,
No
what do you
one
reckon? Do you reckon Barcelona can score here? They had a late.
Oh,
They had a late thriller against PSG at
Messi
the stage last
there
season.
had a huge chance. The ball bobbled to him, and he just barely made contact with it. Kind of ricochets up in the air, and
That's a
hits it down
chance.
into- that's a
By
huge
Messi's
chance.
standards, that is a big chance.
yeah, absolutely. All he's got to do is beat the goalkeeper from 6 yards out, and
He's
he
been all over the place tonight, hasn't he?
cushions it into the floor. Alisson picks
This
it
could
up.
be the end of my Clasico final dream as
Yeah,
well.
the dream.
And crucially, the
For
end of the
another
road
year.
for Barcelona.
Yeah. Who've
Real
been so
Madrid-
good in the Champions League so far this season. They conceded the fewest goals. I think they've conceded, what, 3 goals from the entire tournament?
So they conceded as many here. in
Tonight,
90
Great
minutes.
goalkeeping by Alisson Becker to clear a long through ball from Samuel Umtiti, who was chasing, who was looking for
Clash of
Ousmane
heads.
Dembele.
Clash of heads with Messi.
It's fine though.
Play on. Great night for Real Madrid. Not even played. Barcelona out of the tournament.
Man City.
They're going to be outright favourites now
Oh,
on
yeah.
their own.
For sure.
Cristiano will be
Cutting
lying
them.
there doing his sit-ups with his face mask on, and he'll be loving this.
When's the last time we had... oh no, Juve got to the final last year. I was going to say an Italian team in the semis, but Juve doing them proud. It's been a while since we had a non-Juve team in the knocking about in the Champions League.
At this stage of the
Yeah.
Champions League, yeah, for sure. Who was the last non-Juve Italian team to get to
Inter
the,
maybe with Mourinho.
Mourinho, yeah.
what, to get to the semi-finals?
Yeah, we've not had AC since
When were
then.
AC Milan last year? Not since then, for sure.
No.
Napoli have never been there.
No.
Udinese have certainly never been there.
Fiorentina no.
No. I think it is Inter. 8 years ago.
And Barcelona have managed 1 attempt on target all night. Roma
That
have
was
had
last
3.
15.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
The wrong stats there. Keep correcting me.
3 minutes to go. No, 2 minutes to go, sorry. We're at the
Until
end.
Barcelona are out of the Champions League.
Plus extra time. We've had a spike in viewers since that last Roma goal. So
We have,
clearly
yeah.
people are
Tuning
jumping
in.
online.
Tuning in.
They want to find out what's going on. Hala Madrid says
Ooh, Lionel Messi feeds one across goal. And it's that man, Kostas Manolas. And I know Chris Wheatley is Greek. He'll be loving this.
He will.
He'll be
If
loving
he's still
this.
watching. Roma is destroying the best club, says Robert.
And Manolas to come up with that winner. And he's cleared 2 balls from under his own crossbar in the last 5 minutes to keep it as it is. A brilliant performance from him. And Daniele De Rossi, the man who scored an own goal last week, scored his penalty tonight, and he's cleared another ball away. Heroic performance from the 2006 World Cup winner. 2006! A lot of you young lads won't even have been born or barely cognizant at that stage of your lives.
Got a lot of 12-year-olds watching.
And we might have.
Yep.
Hope they're not betting.
No, absolutely not. Gamble responsibly and only if you're
18 plus only, please. Important
You're not
one there.
supposed to laugh.
18 plus only.
Yeah.
Serious face.
There you go, yeah. As Roma come on the break
A lot of people saying here, you know, Liverpool-Roma semi-final. That's gonna be that could happen.
against with Bayern and Real and the other one.
Yeah. I mean, we could have an underdog in that final. It could be quite
Absolutely.
interesting.
Oh, that's a good ball.
2 teams.
PK left footed with a really good ball to his great friend from La Masia in 1987. On the other wing, Lionel Messi cuts inside. Great ball!
Oh.
Suarez!
Blocked.
Oh, was another block by, this time, Federico Fazio.
They're pressing.
Roma are repelling everything Barcelona are throwing at them
The
now.
defense.
And Barcelona, you've got 1 minute. Barcelona fans, you've got 1 minute or you're going out of the Champions League.
This is bad history for Barca, says any man.
Certainly
You're
is
right.
that.
Barca crying in Olympico, says Abbas. I think a lot of Real Madrid fans are enjoying this.
Yeah.
I think I can tell that from the comments. The Roman Empire versus the Egyptian King, says Kevin Johnson. I like that one. That's a
Yeah.
good comment.
We'll save that one for the feature if that comes out.
Yeah, I'm already
You're gonna steal
imagining the graphic.
Barca go home, you're drunk, says Robert. Plenty of
Certainly
you
played like it at times tonight.
enjoying
Just
this
a
one.
really poor performance from Barcelona. I think they were undercooked right from the right from the start. They thought that Roma had no right to compete here tonight. They thought that Roma were
They thought they'd done their job.
going to
didn't
be
they, in the first
compliant.
leg?
Yeah. But if you don't get an away goal anywhere, you are in trouble.
You certainly are.
And I always prefer Barcelona. I've always preferred Barcelona. I think they're more secure when they have to go back to Barcelona for the second half, for the second leg.
Yeah.
They're always more secure in that because, you know, that big pitch, it can be 4 or 5-0 against any team in the world. And to know what you have to do for the second leg, I think is.
4 minutes of extra time we've got here, and we're 30 seconds into it. It's worth
Yeah.
remembering that only 2 teams in Champions League history have ever come back from a 3-goal deficit in the first leg. 3 or more goals.
Deportivo La Coruña.
We said earlier, Deportivo La Coruña in 2003 and Barcelona last year.
2004.
1 year later, they're under
Desperately need a
siege
goal
again.
now.
They do, yeah.
This will have to go down as the worst night in the modern history of Barcelona in Europe, for sure. Because this is a club now who's so far clear at the top of La Liga, who have the best players in the world, best player in the world, Lionel Messi, that they expect to go through to the semi-final at the very least. This is a failure.
And Roma, to their credit,
Total failure.
still pressing forward here. They're still trying to stretch the game, whether that's a wise tactic or not, going into extra time. Alisson comes out, clears the ball. It's dipping.
And it tells you everything you need to know about the knife edge that is the Barcelona managerial job. That they're probably talking about Valverde for manager of the year before this game, and now he's coming against that.
Yeah, he's getting his P45.
Is La Liga wrapped up at this point? How many points clear are they getting?
So that's Ousmane Dembele, who's put a ball just onto the roof of the net
Crucial interception
by Alisson Becker.
Yeah, coming out and denying PK, who's the de facto centre forward at this point.
And they've got a goal kick. 2 minutes to play.
2 minutes to go now, guys. Not long for Barca to...
And Gerard Piqué, who spent all season setting up his new little tennis tournament and launching a little magazine, maybe he should be concentrating more on his football. What do you think, Barcelona fans?
Is it Valencia they've got this weekend, or did they play them last weekend?
Why don't you check the fixtures? You've got it right there.
I've got it right there. Valencia this weekend. So, they're up against third place Valencia this weekend. Lose that, the title race could start to get a little bit...
that title's over, come on.
Well, they've thrown this away. Who's to say they can't throw the league away?
Title's over. What a silly foul from Andre Gomez. What's he doing on the field? Full-time whistle goes. Liverpool have beaten Man City in 2 legs. 3-0 at home. 2-1 away. And they're into the European Cup / Champions League semi-final. Brilliant performance from Liverpool tonight. They kept their cool under a barrage of pressure. Pep Guardiola lost his head at half-time.
It's worth noting that Man City have now lost 3 games in a row.
Yeah, lost 3 games in 90 minutes in a row.
This is quite a turnaround for a team which were unbeatable 3 months ago.
And they've got Spurs this weekend.
They do.
At
They could
Wembley.
go 4 in a row. Yeah,
I think they're going to lose that as well.
Could quite easily go 4 in a row, couldn't they?
I don't think Pep's lost 4 in a row as a manager.
As we have 50 seconds to play.
Iniesta looks like he's going to cry on there.
It was about at this stage last season that Sergio Roberto was preparing his hero's script.
Salah played for Roma, Jolik has just pointed out. He did.
He did, yeah.
Quite a nice little home.
Maybe the magic of Salah is rubbing off on
everybody.
On everybody.
Any comments, Miles, that you want to...
That's it, 30 seconds to go.
Yeah. We'll keep it going at the end, guys. We'll keep talking about this one. Because there's plenty to talk about on the back of this. Barcelona on the brink of being knocked out of the Champions League.
What an exciting night
against the odds.
20 seconds to go now.
As Roma have a free kick, Luis Suarez was offside as the ball was played forward. A free kick now for Roma inside their own half with 10 seconds to play. Should be no problem to see it out from here.
Might not even take the free kick by the time
you don't get a lot of extra time here.
Francesco Totti in the stand there.
There's the ball. The ref's about to
blow. There it is!
Over.
Barcelona is over. Barcelona is cancelled.
Look at the scenes in Stadio Olimpico. They're jubilant.
Roma literally against all the odds, Jim.
Absolutely. I mean,
you will not have seen anything.
18-1 after they'd scored their first goal.
After
for them to qualify. So we did say, if you fancy Roma, go out there and put a bet on, because they were incredible odds. Barcelona and Messi were 50-1 on 30 minutes into the game to qualify.
The bookies just couldn't see it. At 1-0, they were still confident at 2-0, and then...
Well, look at history. I mean, it's only the 3rd time in the last, 25, 26 years since the Champions League was initiated that it's ever happened. And Roma really have made history against a Barcelona side that massively underperformed.
Scenes of absolute jubilation in the Stadio Olimpico. Everybody involved with Roma at all levels of the club has converged onto the turf, and they are celebrating wildly like they can't believe it. And in a sense, well, they can't believe it. Because Barcelona had this game in the palm of their hands. They won 4-1 in the first leg. All they had to do was show up tonight and not get beaten by 3 goals and maybe snaffing an away goal along the way.
Barca haven't played like this once this season.
No, this is the worst performance of Barcelona's season. So therefore, the worst performance under Valverde, the worst performance that he's drawn out of Lionel Messi since he got to the club. All kinds of questions for Barcelona to be answering tomorrow morning. Not only from the press, but from the institution as well. A disaster of a night for Barcelona. They're out of the Champions League.
Let's just sort of touch on the point that this is kind of what we thought might happen with Barcelona this season. When we first looked at their squad in the summer, and they hadn't necessarily improved in certain places. People thought that this might be a season where Real Madrid trounced them in La Liga. They came out, they made all those pundits look silly.
Yeah, well, they defied logic for so long this season because they lost Neymar. They didn't get the right replacements in. They were at the top end of their wage budget.
They were, yeah.
They brought in Valverde, who was seen as sort of a steadying influence rather than a superstar manager. And we thought, you know what, Barcelona are in trouble this year.
Yeah.
They defied those expectations, smashed Real Madrid in the Clásico. cruised pretty serenely to this stage of the
They
Champions
have.
League as well.
Most comfortable team. The fewest goals conceded. Their attack was pretty decent without being spectacular in the sense of like Liverpool.
And
They
all
have-
of a sudden,
they have Messi. They have Suarez. They've never like gone out of the Champions League quite like this.
they've hit the brick wall. 2 attempts on target tonight.
That is a shocking statistic. When you have 2 of the best strikers in the world, it's really, really poor. 55% possession, but Roma
Not as high as they usually have it.
No.
Yeah, that's low for a Barcelona team, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Champions League is sweet when it's unpredictable, says Test Batsian. Go Roma 100% to Samuel. A lot of you enjoying this. I can't read what that name says, but it says, "Are you missing Neymar, Barcelona?"
Are Barcelona missing Neymar? That's a good
They
question.
definitely are, yeah.
Yeah, they would have had another dribbler, another ball carrier there tonight. They looked a little bit too narrow for me in attack tonight. Couldn't get Messi on the ball enough. He was dropping into positions where he didn't really want to go. Not his game tonight at all.
No.
But again, he's not one to blame. It's not his fault.
Yeah, but I mean, this is what happens when you sort of depend a team on a player quite like Messi, which is understandable. They have the best player, one of the best players in history.
But if you're playing to one guy, everybody else needs to play well, needs to be on their game. It didn't happen
The
tonight.
defence was poor. De Stegen didn't have a great game apart from that one save that he did, which was really
Culpable
good.
for the first goal, wasn't he?
There's no such thing as a lucky 3-0.
No,
No such thing as a lucky 3-0.
No, you win 3-0, you deserve
And we've been
to win,
saying all
at the very
night
least.
that Roma were the dominant team, the better team. They were creating the chances, they were working to Stegen, and just
As some-
scored so late that it gave Barcelona very little time, didn't it? They had 10 minutes, to come back, including injury time.
Yeah. And
Timed it
what
perfectly.
a crucial intervention that was from Gerard Piqué to give that penalty away at that stage of the game. Like we were saying, all season long, he's gone into his entrepreneurial mode this year with his Players Tribune and with his little tennis tournament.
Yeah.
Just concentrate on not pulling people down in the box, Gerard.
Drag down Dzeko.
Silly.
Thought Rossi might miss, but he nailed it.
He nailed it.
Our Barca are out, says Jacob. You can't see it on our
Barca is
graphic.
cancelled.
It looks like they're all level, but Roma got that away goal. So, through they go. Barca couldn't score. They couldn't even get a shot.
Who's
Close
that
to
pointing
goal.
that out? Somebody pointed out. Nick has pointed out Coutinho. He missed Liverpool. He moves to Barcelona for Champions League glory. Well,
That is a sweet, sweet point. And Liverpool fans are going to enjoy that tonight, aren't they? For
Yeah.
the rest of the season. They'll just be lording it over them.
it's
And rightly they
Coutinho-less
should.
Liverpool
In
to
the
the Champions League
semi-finals.
semi-final.
That'll be funny.
And Coutinho.
He couldn't play anybody.
couldn't
He had to
play
watch
anyway.
from the sideline.
Yeah.
So he couldn't have got that Champions League medal. But it just goes to show, Liverpool had a top quality team. He probably is getting paid a fair bit more
Yeah.
at Barcelona, but
And Liverpool have come through a really difficult moment here tonight because they had no Chan. Obviously, Coutinho's gone. No Chan and no Henderson in their midfield. They were battered in the first half for a
They were.
good 40 minutes of that first half. They couldn't get out of their own half. They couldn't put 2 passes together. Should have been 2-0 down at half time. Goal disallowed, probably correctly. We'll come to that a little bit later. Pep Guardiola then loses his head and deprives himself of the ability to influence the team on the sideline in the second half. And it all
That was
messed
it. It all stems from that, doesn't it?
You're a manager, you keep your head, and then he loses his head. And irresponsibility kicks in on Pep
Yeah.
Guardiola's behalf.
immaturity, really.
Because they're still very much on top.
They are, yeah.
All they needed was 2 more goals.
Yeah. And they blew it.
Which was looking perfectly doable, and then the team just seemed to take the lead from the manager, and that was it. They never really got going second half.
I think we've touched on this before, but it's somewhat of a blessing. I mean, I know Coutinho is an amazing player, and he's a match winner, and he's somebody you'd always want in your team. But the balance of that Liverpool team,
That's
since
looking
he's
good,
gone,
yeah.
They've definitely managed to, because
It's
they
better
always,
to have 3 forwards rather than try and shoot on a 4.
yeah, it was like
Yeah.
3.5, wasn't
Yeah.
it, really?
Yeah.
And sometimes it lopsided them, and then he left, and they've not won every single game, but they've just beaten Man City on their own turf.
That's 3 wins
it is.
against Manchester City now in all competitions.
No manager has got a better record against Guardiola than Klopp.
Klopp.
No,
And
there
he
you go.
comfortably has
Another win tonight. And what about
Incredible
Roma?
scenes. Incredible scenes.
Salah, of course, could come up against Roma. What an incredible turnaround that was. And also, we should touch on the fact that tomorrow night we've got another 3-goal deficit with Real Madrid. Obviously, it's a bit different because Real
3 away
Madrid
goals.
are at home. But we've seen a crazy sort of scenes here in Stadio Olimpico.
Well, the game's still in the balance as well, Sevilla.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
To the Allianz Arena, don't they?
They get an away goal.
Well, they upset Man United at Old Trafford. I can't imagine Bayern are going to play the way that Man United did in that match.
No,
which
Bayern
was-
will be, after winning the title of the weekend, they'll be on their game. They've their total 100% focus on the Champions League now.
Plenty of comments enjoying this one. Barca fans obviously not enjoying it so much. Penalty or not, says Rashidul. I'm guessing he's referring to PK dragging
Yeah,
down.
definitely, absolutely, 100% penalty every day of the week. That is a penalty.
What not penalty? No, it was a penalty. It was a penalty. Lots of people saying, was it a penalty? Lots of people getting very emotional in the comment section, I think understandably, after a match like that. One of the biggest upsets, says Tyrone, a killer team like Barcelona leading, and to go down like that, it surprised us. You know, if I saw any team coming back tonight, thought it could have been Man City.
We thought that was a sideshow, didn't we, to the game
yeah.
at the Etihad, but no.
But then they got one.
Yeah.
Then they got two.
They got the penalty. And yeah, just incredible. A great header at the end. What a way to win a game.
Yeah.
Man, that's great header.
Straight off the training ground, wasn't it, that?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Outswing corner, near post header, into the far post.
Yeah.
And like you say, Pete, the decision to have no defender on that post.
I know they don't defend like that, but I mean, some fundamentals you don't change in football. If you've got a man on the post there, you clear the ball.
Maybe at 2-0 down, you should consider putting a man on the post when the opposition are taking a corner.
Certainly within one goal to qualify.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Barcelona, they never looked like even threatening a goal tonight.
No.
They let Lionel Messi down tonight, if you ask me. They've got the best player in the world, and he needs to be facilitated.
They were toothless, weren't they?
Toothless.
Yeah, poor support from midfield. Poor defending.
Maybe they missed Paulinho.
Maybe, yeah. Paulinho was benched tonight. It was Rakitic and Busquets in the middle, I think.
Iniesta
and Sergio Roberto on the...
It took them a while to react though, didn't it? They didn't seem to change too much until
they were out.
Until it was too late.
Yeah, then Dembele comes on and they're panicking. But there was no... I didn't see enough... They weren't proactive enough from the bench tonight.
Didn't seize the initiative, did they?
No,
I mean,
not at all.
You can't say it was a surprise. Roma didn't score 3 goals in 10 minutes and hit them with a combination.
They were dominated throughout the game.
Throughout the game.
Yeah. Which doesn't happen to Barcelona. Hasn't happened
Just
almost
doesn't
yet
happen,
this
does
season.
it?
So we could see an underdog in the final at this rate if those two draw each other.
Those,
Obviously, we've got 2 matches to play tomorrow night. One will be back on your Facebook screens. Hopefully, 2 more really entertaining games because we were treated tonight to some
great
legs.
night of Champions League football.
Real Madrid 3-0 up against Juventus. It's 2-1 to Bayern.
And we'll have loads of stuff to digest on all the correspondence Facebook pages as well as on goal. So
please do join us on site and social. We'll be back in 24 hours. Or a little bit less than that. 22 hours.
23 hours.
We're terrible at maths. We're good at football.
Yeah.
So we'll see you then. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for commenting all the way through. We've loved you joining us and all your comments throughout.